Hello everybody and welcome to a very special episode of Awesomenauts! Today we're going to be casting the match of the day. Now it's a little bit late at night, which is the reason why I'm not queuing, and as a result we're going to go ahead and cast the match that I know should be at least semi-reasonable. I figured this is a good way to kind of get some footage that's easy for me to do, in the sense that it's the match of the day, it's always going to be there. All I have to do is cast, which is something I like to do. And hey, you know what? It'd be good practice for my casting, which honestly has become incredibly rusty at this point. So we're watching the match of the day for July the 5th, 2018. And it's on Ribbit 4. Before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and quickly pause things and get things set up here. First off, we're going to make sure that we have the two things that we need in the early game, items bot, and then honestly, we could have kills and deaths. And to get rid of everything, F1 a couple of times. If we want to get rid of everything. But just once we'll have to do in this case. Zoom out a couple of times. We got the camera set where it needs to go. And we're off. So on the red team, we've got Saudi playing your Dizzy. We've got Aggressor playing your Lone Star. And Libet playing your Leon. On the blue team, Marvy playing your Froggy G. You got Jamie playing the Ulip. And Toby playing another Lone Star. Item pickups right at the beginning. We've got Graffiti Artist being picked up by Dizzy. Okay, that just means that a little bit of extra burst damage every time she lands a dash or a bomb. Her left click does a bit more damage. The red Lone Star has also picked up Booming Bullets, which is a great way to clear things out. And Jamie's going in. Zodi very low, ends up dying. Jamie just barely survives and will get out of there. Now Toby in a bit of trouble as he's trying to run away from Aggressor. Aggressor puts out a kind of a spare dynamite situation there, but then doesn't end up doing very much with it. Frog's looking for it, misses, then gets caught up by the Leon. Libet picks up a kill, and that's going to be 2-0. I mean, one each, sorry. Both teams getting one kill. That's what I meant to say. I messed it up. That's all good. So, back to items for just a half second. The red team is gone for a little bit of push on their Lone Star, some backstab damage on the Leon. They've got burst, and their Lone Star is doing his job by getting all the clear that he needs. On the blue team, Frog is picked up. Okay, this is an interesting situation. It's almost the complete flip side mirror image, if we could manage to call it that. Toby going around, clearing out some droids here as best as he can. Jamie puts out the dinosaurs, but the dinosaurs largely miss. Oh my god, Ulip, you need to run. Ulip just barely survives. Leon does not get the kill. Zodi's looking for something. Toby gets a kill somewhere in there. And I missed it because I pushed a button that I should not have been pushing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Point is, Toby's coming in from behind, trying to maybe put out a dynamite, ends up missing. Puts out some blasters. Nope, not going to happen. Aggressor's going to stay down here, put out some damage as much as possible anyway. Bounces upstairs, puts out a bull, and ends up missing, and then nothing will happen. Toby continues to clear out this bottom lane and get some farm for himself and potentially his team if you look at it sideways. Leon's picked up Silence on the tongue. That means that he's going to be able to gank a little bit better, and that's something that he and Dizzy both can take a great, can both be very happy about. Toby gets a little bit of the, lick and tickle. The lickle and tickle. The tickle and lick. It's definitely lickle and tickle for sure. Oh, Frog, get out of there. Oh! A really good return dash by Zodi to make sure to catch Froggy G in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Froggy G has gone for a very similar kind of build as the Dizzy. Started off with his equivalent of Graffiti Artist, the limited edition Ninja Worms. Oh, it's gonna have to wait for a second. Jamie gets picked off by Libet. After he stuns himself in a place in a 2v1 for too long. That's never anything that you should be doing as a Ulip. Toby puts out a bull. It's going to end up pushing away a clone. Doesn't do all that much, and he's going to have to head on home. He's very low. Marvy, you're taking a lot of damage. You need to get out of there. Will successfully pick up some HP and survive instead, which is all good. But, yeah, back to Frog for a second. He's got the burst, but he's got Turbo Tape as well. And Turbo Tape is one of those abilities that is very good in the right hands. I don't think it's necessarily something that is going to help everybody right from the get-go. I think that, honestly, dash damage is a slightly better move. Just because, I mean, it's guaranteed damage. It's easy to land. It'll always work if you need it to. There's nothing wrong with anything I just said. Here's an upgrade I don't agree with. Egg Hatcher on Ulip. Oh, wow. That was a heck of a dynamite stick. It's unfortunate that it's not going to turn into anything. Toby almost picking up a double kill. That would have been stellar if he had managed that Trinamite, but no dice. Not for now. It almost even works because of the Trinamite upgrades that he picked up. He's also got a rank of Incendiary Bomb, which I just disagree with entirely. I hate that upgrade. It feels like it does nothing because even base regen does more. Like, how much is it right now? It does 82 damage over 5 seconds. So, like, not a lot of damage, really, right? Most people end up regenning, 16 HP every second or so. It's almost negated, just base regen wise. Toby gets picked off as he gets into a 3v1. No idea why he decided to choose to do that, but it's not a big deal. PV Aggressor taking a ton of damage, takes enough ticks from the Frog to maybe get a kill. off of the whisk. Good job, Jamie. Jamie's in a lot of trouble, though. He's trying to run away. Will not be able to survive. Libet's going to be able to pick up the kill. Unless if Merv gets off a good dash. In the meantime, No Dice is trying to run away for his life. Will end up putting out a NATO. Doesn't end up doing all that much. Picks up the extra creep. Is still low. Needs to be careful against these two, as one silence tongue means, you know, the Lickle and Tickle is going to get it. Toby gets bombed a little bit, but otherwise does not care. Red Lone Star picking up transfusion grenades means that he's going to be able to be a little bit more survivable, which is always a good thing for a pusher. Ow, nice dynamite stick. That Dizzy needed to pick up some creeps fast, and did manage to do so. We'll have to head home afterwards. So where are we sitting right now? Red team's currently got the advantage. It's not clear-cut, you know, just automatically their win or anything, but it is certainly in their court to lose this game as it stands. They've got a lot of kills. Oh, but that grip on point. Libet gets absolutely ganked. Marvy looking for a bit of a kill here, but not gonna find it right yet. Oh, wait, hold on. What's going on downstairs with this Dizzy? Dizzy's just sitting back, taking it easy, put out the occasional left click, and then past that, not much. Toby puts out a dynamite, ends up hitting a little bit. The bull, it actually pushes back the Dizzy, who gets gripped and then zipped by the tornado. Nicely done, blue team. I'm not necessarily proud of you because it's not like I trained you or anything, but whoa! Jamie's going a little bit ham with those dinosaurs. Like, don't get me wrong. I do think, by the way, that the 4 dinosaur upgrade is mostly a mistake. But he's playing well. He's landing all of his gripping gazes, going for a whisk first. Not something I normally do, but it is doing the trick. A lot of very risky damage being put out there, but it does work out in the long run. If you can safely manage to poke and tank a turret for a little bit of extra chip damage, 100% the right move to do. Out comes a few dashes by Dizzy. Of course, it doesn't have a stun, so it's not going to stop the NATO from going off, but you get the idea. Grip comes out, and then a large amount of damage. Toby picking up the kill there with his dynamite, and the incendiary dynamite actually did something. I did mention earlier that it's practically negated by natural regen, but it's not entirely negated by natural regen, so yeah, obviously they died. Marvy does get picked out. Lickle and Tickle going for the 4th kill here. Good job, Libet. You know, the game continues. I was saying earlier that the red team was in the lead. A couple of good grips later, and now look at the situation. Oh my gosh. Libet just got dynamoned. It didn't work. Hold on. Dyna punched? Well, we know it's the Trinamite punch, okay? He got punched in the face with 3 sticks full of dynamite. That's gonna kill somebody. It would kill somebody in real life. It kills somebody in Awesomenauts too. Worked out in here. That's certainly a skill that any Lone Star needs to have and needs to know well, is the ability to kind of dynamite people. Good little grip there. Jamie has not missed very many grips, I might add. He's been very on point with those. Ulip is definitely one of those characters that you need to land those skills in order to actually be effective, and Jamie's doing an exceptional job. Out comes some more dinosaurs. This is a good time for them. Libet gets chomped on. It's the Jurassic World. They're everywhere now. They're in your suburbs and everything. It's going to be an easy kill for him. Libet now has died 4 times. He was in the, 2 seconds ago. I was like, good for the Lickler and Tickler right there. You know, he's 4 and 2. Now he's 4 and 4. And suddenly the red team looking a lot worse for wear. It's looking like it's Blue's game. So the thing I like about the match of the day, they're actually always interesting to watch. I mean, no matter what game you're watching, there's something to see. You know, there's something to learn. Speaking of which, we have a size increase on Bull and then Techno Viking helmet. Not normally something you see very often. And the reason why is because the increased Bull increases the pushback on the Bull. Toby coming out with a Dyna Punch. The dinosaurs, the grip and sip. This Ulip is actually murdering people, but, and there goes Libet. That's an entire team wipe. That's astoundingly good. Holy cow, this turnaround is not kidding. Blue team is going as ham as they possibly can. Top turret taking 1/4 of its HP and damage, 1/3 of its HP and damage, 1/2 of its HP and damage. This supersized bull tanking, like, all the bullets for as long as it was alive. Out comes the dinosaurs. They're not going to do anything because everyone's hiding behind their turret, but out comes the dynamite in return, and not everybody's dead. Not yet. But, 800 or so damage. Oh, the Lickler, the Tickler, he comes out. The damage is real. Libet does pick it up. A nice clean kill, honestly. Out comes the grip onto Aggressor. Aggressor needs to be careful here, and we'll be able to actually do so. Now the return. Aggressor's going for a really heavy kind of left-click push build. Has a missile, has the explosive bullets. This thing wipes out waves in seconds. It can chip at turrets very easily, and that'll be an easy turret kill in return. Zodi going in a little heavy there, especially on a character that can, really badly hurt you, but nothing bad happened. Okay, we need to be careful here, red team. Out comes the NATO. It ends up not doing very much. The grip, though. The dash, no dash yet. Apparently it was used up. Libet will survive for however long that lasts. Zodi putting in some dashes to get in some real work. Aggressor very low. Oh, and gets killed off by Toby. A well-placed dynamite toss is going to be able to pick up that kill, no problem. And suddenly it's a 2-level advantage in Blue's favor. And in large part, I have to admit, I'm looking specifically at Ulip, those gripping gazes, and then Lone Star. Toby's landing like every Trinamite punch. It's insane. It's really, really good to be able to do that. That's a skill I don't have. I might want to add, just for the record, I'm a terrible Lone Star because I always miss my Trinamites. Libet gets picked off. Marvy gets the kill. Well-deserved, honestly, the dash coming out and everything else. The dinosaurs, I was expecting would have gotten the kill, but not this time. Marvy will back off. Marvy has picked up HP, by the way. That's a good decision. It's about 10 minutes into the game, and if anybody's going to pick up HP and have it be like actually life or death situationally useful, Frog would be that character. A grip comes out, lots of damage. Zodi goes down, 3-man gank really on that one. Jamie puts out some dinosaurs, wipes out the wave, and then gets right back to work. Honestly, it's Blue's game to lose. If they lose this, it's their fault. The top turret does go down. It was chipped out at some point. Toby's looking to put out some work onto these bottom droids, and we get some push going on. Libet puts out a decent lick and tick, but it's only going to do a quarter of Ulip's HP. And if Ulip is one character that does anything, he heals very fast. Out comes the grip. Out comes the dash. Zodi's very low. Zodi is actually in lethal, but will not end up dying. The Whisk could not do quite enough. Marvy, very low, needs to stay away from the Leon. Good juke is going to keep him alive for a little bit longer, but for just how long? Dash, done. Zodi ends up picking up the kill because Frog just couldn't find a way out, which is a little sad, honestly. You definitely, as a Frog, have more tools than most to be able to dash through people, and invulnerability, save yourself for pretty much anything. Zodi picks up the kill on the top turret, and now it's 2-2, but the blue team has access to the core. Jamie! Lick and tick, dash, and dead. No problem there. The red team actually picking up a very quick and clean kill onto the blue team's Ulip. Which is a disappointing moment because he was one of the few people on the field at the time capable of keeping all these people off of these turrets. So that'll be the end of that Ulip for now. And as the game develops, things are shaping up. The builds are starting to become a little bit more defined. It's going to have to wait, though. As always, when it comes to these games, there's a lot going on. Zodi is slowed down, so is Libet. Marvy tries to keep up with his NATO, but you can only fall so fast, really. Out come the dinosaurs. Oh my god, the dinosaurs and the grip almost get 2 kills, but Zodi does pick up a bit of an HP pack, is very low, gets killed off by Jamie, who comes in with another grip. Libet goes down, dinosaurs chomp on his corpse, and it's right back to the core. It's right back to turrets. Aggressor's alone, but Aggressor is by no means out of this. Out comes the grip, though, and the dinosaurs. The bull, very well placed, ends up putting out a decent amount of damage. Aggressor's still just kind of hanging back, taking it easy, not dying, and will teleport home, which is the correct decision, I think, in this case. But this core is taking a lot of work. If there's one thing that Toby's got right now, it's a decent amount of left-click damage. He did pick up Crystal Eagle bullets, so the red team does need to be careful. Marvy, maybe trying to head on home. Libet gets the good tongue and, sword tickle onto the Frog. The bottom turret's going to end up going down to the blue team's droids and all this, though. So now, turrets are no longer even, but they weren't even to begin with. It's always a bad thing when, your entire lane is cleared out, because now, look at the red team's core. Jamie puts out some dinosaurs. They're super fast. Maybe I'm not giving this upgrade enough credit. The walking rod might actually be better than I initially thought. It's one of those upgrades I looked at and went, maybe not. And now I'm thinking, hey, it might actually allow you to put out your dino combo. Jamie gets the lick. He gets the tick. Out comes the bomb from Dizzy, and that's going to help really cement the kill there. But Libet will pick up the last hit with his sword, as what happens, typically speaking, with a Leon. He'll get dashed, he'll get NATO'd, he'll get killed. Marvy picks up a very clean kill there. The 4th of the game for Marvy here. And that's in large part thanks to dash damage and then just going NATO with Boombox. A recent upgrade, I might add. Ulip has picked up cooldown reduction and relativity slippers, so he's going for the combo. Like, Ulip's going straight up for, I want to dinosaur you, I want to grip you, and I want you to die. That's pretty much it. Frog picking up some cooldown reduction to go with his dash there. And the Lone Star, finally has booming bullets. I think that booming bullets is maybe a little bit late. It's one of those upgrades that does a lot better the earlier on you get it, I find, just because it helps you farm so fast. But, you know, in this case, it seems to be working just fine. Marvy, very low, will not pick up the HP, needs to, if he doesn't want to immediately die to a Leon if they show up. Speaking of Leon, he got gripped, sort of, is trying to run. Toby will not find the kill because he's invisible. Marvy gets bombed. Zadi looking maybe for a kill, but needs to be very careful as Toby's highly capable of actually just dynamite punching somebody and killing them. Jamie's just whacking on that turret by himself. Toby picks up that kill onto the solar boss. That's gonna be a little bit more experience here for the blue team, who's almost 3 levels ahead. Marvit will pick up the kill onto the Leon there. It's now 13 to 10 in terms of levels, 13 to 11, my bad. And yeah, things are looking really good for the blue team. They're continuing to push down this bottom turret. Toby's ripping it apart. Like, look at the damage he's putting out here. It's toast. He was down there pushing pretty much by himself, and Lone Star, yeah, he just does that. It's really frustrating. Aggressor murders Marvy hardcore. Aggressor then gets bullpinned, but that's fine. He doesn't care. He got a kill. Toby takes a decent amount of damage and is now sort of in a bad spot. Needs to be careful. Needs to back off. Take it easy. Aggressor will continue to clear out the lane, and for now, the red team is stabilized. For whatever it's worth. Jamie looking for an opportunity to put out his dinosaurs so that way he can go ahead and get some more heals off of his dinosaurs. I think that if you're going to pick up the 4 dinosaur combo, yeah, Walking Rod's pretty much necessary. Since that allows your dinosaurs to actually come out a bit faster, which makes them a bit less predictable. Oh, out come a dashes. 3 dashes and a bomb. Toby's down to a 3rd. No problem. Toby needs to be a little bit more careful at this point, not to get himself killed. Is typing something. I'm not reading it because I turned off chat. As things are developing in this game, Frog's gone full burst. Has the whole Twitter, you know, twisted the tweeters NATO combo going on. Like, just dash NATO will pretty much kill anybody in the game, but it leaves him very vulnerable. So Frog does need to be careful. Jamie misses a gaze. Jamie needs to be careful, puts out some dinosaurs that are meant to zone people out, create a very unfortunate battlefield for people. Toby getting sort of harassed here by this Dizzy, but the Dizzy will have to back off. The Lick and Tickle, not going to be in a good time right now, just because Libet's a little bit on the weak side. He'll get away, though, thanks to his invisibility more than anything else. Jamie looking to maybe do some work here. Libet puts out the tongue, but does not get the solar boss, which would have definitely been the right thing to steal there. Would have put him at full HP. Marvy would have been low enough. Oh, the Lick. Zadi's looking for it. Zadi is looking for it. The Frog does have a dash. It will be back in a few seconds. Trinamite lands, and Aggressor goes down to the local shopping mall to be able to spend his hard-earned goal. No, it's not what happened. But Aggressor did definitely get the kill, and that was a sick kill. If I have to say anything, that Trinamite landed perfectly. It's like watching Gunbound back in the days when I played that game. That was a fun game. I really wish that still existed in some way, shape, or form. I know that some people would look at one game on Steam where you play as these tiny little tanks, Shell Shock, and say, hey, that's sort of like Gunbound. I'm like, nah, it's not exactly the same. It misses out on the whole aesthetic and everything. If someone made a Gunbound 2, I'd be down for it. Anyway, back to the game. Dizzy's got bomb damage. We've got another missile coming out for the Red Lone Star here, going for full missiles. Not sure how I feel about that, but it's certainly not a terrible upgrade system. It's just very creep heavy, and I would say it's very kite heavy as well. It's not my favorite build to do on Lone Star, just because it lacks out that single target damage that I feel like he needs on occasion. Toby seems to be maxed out. It's going to happen when you're 7-1. Ulip, going for Quark Microscope and Laboratory Centrifuge, now has access to a lot of different HP packs all over the place, which means a lot of attack speed. Aggressor gets gripped, but Jamie, at what cost are you going to grip somebody? Because now you're very low. Out comes the bomb, the dash. Zadi picks up a kill. Marv, in a weird spot-ish, but is looking for a kill onto this Lone Star. Zadi will get out a couple of dashes. A bomb is going to hit the Frog. Frog is low. We'll have to back off. Aggressor's going to go ahead and take out these creeps here, which is actually the smart decision. You don't want any more core damage happening to your core. Like, if you accidentally let it go low enough that creeps start killing it, then you've got some serious issues. Zadi's going to go after this top turret right now. It's a safe bet for the most part. The bomb misses, unfortunately. Libet needs to get out of there. Where Libet was once the carry of this game, he's now behind. Big time in terms of his KD, which is not where you want to be as a Leon by any stretch of the imagination. Especially when that was kind of his job. Marvy's looking for that big hit onto these solar bosses. Perfect, easy takeout. Lots of little bits, a decent amount of experience, and a little bit of gold for the team is going to be very, very helpful. Bomb going to land onto Jamie here, but nothing else really coming from it. And the two teams are sizing each other up. At this point, the teams have to ask themselves, is it worth going in at the potential risk of getting myself killed. That bomb missed. The Trinamite, on the other hand, did not. Toby getting a lot of damage done. On the flip side, Exati looking to chase down Jamie, and if there's one thing that Dizzy is very good at doing, it's chasing people down and killing them, but not this time. Marvy's looking to maybe get a kill here, do some damage. No, it's not going to happen. Toby maybe looking to pick up Exati over here, but there's no way he can catch up. There's no way he can catch up. NATO comes out. It misses. Out comes the bomb. It's going to end up hitting Marvy, and Marvy's going to have to back off. The Bull is going to help really clear out that Solar Boss incredibly fast. And that's another Solar Boss for the blue team. They're now 2 levels ahead, numerically speaking. Jamie puts out a grip. It's going to end up doing something, I guess. Marvy needs to back off, misses most of his damage. Toby, in a bad spot, gets completely dished apart thanks to that laser gun. But on the flip side, I mean, Marvy did pick up a kill in return. So, hey, it's 1 for 1. Out comes the lick. No tickle, though. Oh, the Leon's looking for it, but Marvy will just dash out of it. Aggressor's going to miss his burst damage for now and will continue to just clear out the creeps. A wise decision, if I do say so myself. I think that clearing lanes is an important thing that in this particular case you need to do in order to stay alive. So what does the red team need to do to actually take this game by the bullhorns, as it were, and actually start winning this? I don't know. I really don't know. I think that the Leon, if the Leon was able to start really coming together into his own and start putting out some serious damage, I think that Libet could actually do something here. You know, there's some substantial things that Leon can do. But as it stands right now, no dice. Really, Leon's just in a bad spot because tongues aren't landing at the right times. It's maybe an issue of timing, if anything. Exotic tries to put out a couple of dashes to land a bomb, but no dice for right now. The red core's at about a quarter left, by the way, so if you're wondering if somebody's fighting for the lives right now, yeah, the red team is definitely fighting for the lives. Yulip comes in from behind, tries to get some stuff done, ends up getting licked, tickled, dynamited, very low, and finally the old man goes down. Was definitely going to be cut off, though. Toby is going in, puts out some damage, gets bullpinned, and then dies, but not before taking out another couple of bars of damage on that core. And this exposed core, for as long as it's been exposed, is now finally, creating some serious problems here for the red team. But by no means are they out. Out comes the bull. Out comes a serious amount of damage that Lone Star can do to these turrets. This is maybe a lot closer than I'm giving it credit for. Down goes this bottom turret at long last. Marvy in a bit of a weird spot after using dash. Will have to use NATO to go away, which is strange. And now this blue core is the one that's under assault. The grip misses. The dinosaurs miss as a result. Marvy goes in, gets tongued, gets landed on by the bomb, does not end up getting killed. And then out comes Toby. Toby comes in with the bull. It's going to land. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. But out comes the bomb in return. It's a double kill for the red team. And Marvy, so close to death, does not have the ability to survive this because she decided not to go home. And the red team takes it off of the back of a couple of good kills and then a botched defense. So that was insanely good by the red team to hold it together for just long enough to get that one kill that they needed. Let's go back just a little bit here. If we go back about a minute, okay, we get back to here. Toby tries to, get some dashes, nothing happens. Jamie then comes in from behind, down here, right? He's trying to get in some core damage. Misses. Gets, absolutely had upon by everybody else. Then you got Toby up here. He's going in deep. Puts out another couple of bars of damage, but at what cost? He gets bullpinned, he gets dynamited, he gets killed. Now the red team's going for it. And at this stage, Xati's just keeping Marvy busy. Out comes the bomb, it misses, but who cares? Dizzy can get all of her HP back insanely fast because that's just what Dizzy does. In a Dizzy on Frog matchup, the Frog has the advantage in terms of immediate burst damage, but the Dizzy has far more opportunities to do stuff. On the flip side, Aggressor, down here, picks up this turret kill, and then here's where things get screwy. This should not have happened the way it did. Out come the dinosaurs, and as fast as they're walking, they're still predictable. So they get out of the way, the grip misses. Marvy gets licked, tickled, dynamited, the dynamite ends up missing. Toby tries to come in from behind, lands 0 bullpins because of the huge amount of mobility from the from the red team. And then that bomb, I'm sorry, look at this. Everything's at full HP right now. Everything's at full HP. How did that happen? Hold on. Bomb. Some swords. I don't know. I really don't know what happened. And then Marvy you stood there. It doesn't really matter in the long run, but if you had lived maybe a second or two, you maybe could have come back and then dashed the core, but that's the core. Red team comes out on top with some pretty impressive, with a pretty impressive comeback, all things considered. Like, really well done by the red team. So let's take a look at some of the stats here. Kills, deaths, we already see on the other side. It doesn't matter anymore, really. Honestly, I'm not sure how much I really even want to keep it up. As far as total solar goes, it's a deceptive stat. It's nice to see kind of roughly where your level should be. It was surprising to see that the blue team had so much more money on the red team and still lost. But, like, damage-wise, yeah, the teams actually evened out pretty quickly. If anything, I think that Aggressor did a huge amount of push. And that, like, keeping the lanes clear for as long as he did, ended up saving his team. In addition, we're going to go to the custom ones for just a half second. I would like to see Spent Solar. So Spent Solar, I think, is probably the most indicative, stat as to what power level somebody is at. Solar literally does nothing unless if you spend it. Or you're Vinny and you have a bag full of goldfish. But, like, even then, if you don't spend money, it doesn't do anything for you. And so as a result, spent money is how powerful you are. And the difference between the two teams is staggering. There is no way that, statistically speaking, the red team should have won. And yet, a couple of bad deaths ended up costing the blue team the game. Specifically, I'm looking at the 2 attempts at backdooring there that unfortunately did not do very well. And as a result, they got close. I do mean they got close. Like, that's 2 bars. But they did it too soon, one after the other, and that cost them the game. That's it from this cast. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Match of the Day cast. If you like these, actually let me know. If you want to see more of these, I would dearly like to know, because if this is your bag, baby, if this is content that actually stirs your soul in a way that makes you want to watch some more, then yeah, this is not difficult for me to make. It's fun. And, I mean, I could always use the practice, as you guys could probably tell. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit the like button down below. If you want to see some more, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications when these videos go live. But for now, that's it for me. And I'll see you folks next time.